It's that time of the week, boys! I don't know why I do what I do, but thank you for being around for it. What's up, fans and football fans and Colt fans and Jet fans and Bear fans and Lion fans and what's up, guys? So it's Wednesday, and what does that mean? It means time for the picks. My dad's not here. Some of you guys are probably like, I don't give a shit, but for the guys who do care, worked late, and yeah. You guys that also care about what's going on behind me, it's Christmas time, so I had to move my apartment around to fit my tree. Also, I'm moving again, so things are going to be changing. Production value is going to be growing soon because I'm moving. I'm getting my own little studio space, so look out for that. But that's here nor there. Let's get to these mother flipping picks, and then I'm going to get to one of your guys' comments, because one of your guys' comments I can talk more about. So I'm going to do picks, comments, and then I got a special thing planned for you guys. Not special, but a big announcement at the end of the video. Not the end, but you know what I'm talking about. So stick around. Let's get to the picks. I'm going to start with tomorrow's pick. We got the red hot Saints. These MFers are hot. They're going to Dallas to face the Cowboys. Pretty sure everyone and their mother is picking the Saints. Obviously, my father's picking the Saints. I'm picking the Saints. If the Cowboys can pull off an upset right here, that'd be really cool and then be big. But the chances of that happening are not very high. Before we get to the next game, I moved the flag over because I didn't like the way it looked behind my head. So next game, we got the Baltimore Ravens going to Atlanta to face the Falcons. For Dolphin fans, I'm going to break down some of these games that the Dolphin fans should be rooting for when it comes to playoffs. And again, don't yell at me, but I'm still rooting for my team. They're going to get into the playoffs, Doug, and they're going to get their asses whooped. All right, cool, but they still make the playoffs. I don't give a shit. With this game, the Dolphins want the Falcons to win this game. My dad is picking the Ravens. I'm actually picking the Falcons because I think that the Falcons still have weapons on offense and they can still pull this win off, and they're home. If they were in Baltimore, then I would pick the Ravens as well, but they're not. So I'm taking the Falcons. My dad is taking the Ravens, but it's the fight of the birds. Next, we got Carolina Panthers going to Tampa. I'm going to make this one short and sweet. The Bucks have fallen off. Jameis Winston, you had Fitzpatrick, and he was doing great. And then Jameis Winston came in, and he started shitting in the bed. And then they put Fitzpatrick back in. He started doing great, and then he started sucking. The Panthers are going to win this game. By how much, I don't know, but the Panthers are going to win this game. So I'm taking, and my father are both taking the Panthers in this one. Next, we got the Chicago Bears facing the New York Giants here in Jersey. Me and my dad are both taking the Bears. The Bears are just... The Dolphins beat the Bears, right? Very close, very intense game. It was probably one of the highlight games of the season for the Dolphins. A lot of cool plays, overtime, missed field goals, fumbles on both sides, But the Bears after that game were playing lights out. And they're playing real good. They're facing a Giants team who was on a winning streak and lost to the Eagles again by field goal. Who remembers last year? 61 yards. But me and my dad are both going to be taking the Bears in this one. It's just that the Giants, I like the Bears defense, and I like the way their offense is working, and especially if Trubisky's back, I really like the way they're working. Even without Trubisky, they did really well with Chase Daniels. And the Giants are just falling apart. They beat some bad teams in the Buccaneers and the 49ers, but those are bad teams. So we're both taking the Bears. We got the Indianapolis Colts going to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars. Me and my dad both have the Colts win in this game, but I would like to see the Jaguars win this game, because if the Dolphins win, then it helps with the whole what happened last week. But I don't see that happening. The Jaguars are just falling apart, especially on offense. They benched their quarterback. I think Kessler is playing. So Jaguars have a chance. If Kessler can play better than Bortles and can spark this offense, they can, and the defense can continue to play better and stop playing so sporadic and having four guys cover one and, just playing messy. I think that the Jaguars can win this game. But Andrew Luck is Andrew Luck. We saw what he did firsthand. So me and my dad are both taking the Colts. I very badly kind of want to change that pick, but I'm not going to. Next, we got the Cleveland Browns going to Houston to face the Texans. My dad is taking the Texans. The Texans beat the Titans on Monday night, which helped the Dolphins. If you notice, the Dolphins haven't moved in the playoff spot. They're still at 8. Essentially, the Bengals and the Colts switched spots. So the Dolphins haven't moved. My dad's taking the Texans. I'm going to take the Browns in this one. I really like the way Baker Mayfield's playing. I really like the way the offense is gelling with the Browns. You know, they put 30-something points up on the Bengals. So my dad's taking the Texans. I'm taking the Browns. Does it matter when it comes to playoffs who wins this game? Not really. The Texans are probably going to win the division, but it still doesn't hurt. Next, we got the Denver Broncos going to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Me and my dad are both taking the Broncos. Andy Dalton is done for the year. He goes on IR with his injured thumb. That kind of like cements them of not making the playoffs, and they might start losing games that they probably should have won without a quarterback. Good, Andy Dalton being in there, and AJ Green is still haven't played a game, so they might have taken themselves out of contention for that playoff spot and leaving it to the Titans, the Dolphins, the Ravens, and the Colts. But even the Titans have been falling apart too, so it seems like it's a 3-team race right now, but we'll see as the season goes on. Then we have the LA Rams going to Detroit. Me and my dad are both taking the Rams on this one. Lions crapped the bed on Thanksgiving, and the Rams are just hot right now, so it's a very easy pick for us, Rams. Then we got the Cardinals going to Lambeau to face the Packers. Me and my dad are both taking the Packers, even though the Packers are playing bad. You know, they're losing games. The Cardinals, I think, are just worse. Next, we got the Chiefs going to Oakland to face the Raiders. Me and my dad are both taking the Chiefs. The Raiders they suck. And the Chiefs are really good. That's it. Then we got the Jets heading to Tennessee to face the Titans. Dolphin fans want the Jets to win this one. But me and my dad both don't see that. If the Jets were home, I would pick the Jets, but they're in Tennessee, so me and my dad are both picking the Tennessee Titans for this one. Then we got the 49ers heading to Seattle, which is just north for them, taking on the Seahawks. Again, me and my dad are both taking the Seahawks because the 49ers are caca. And we got the Minnesota Vikings going into Foxborough to take on the Patriots. This is a big game, especially for the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are 3 games behind the Patriots right now, and there are some winnable games. So if the Vikings beat the Patriots, then next week the Dolphins beat the Patriots, which I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you never know, guys. Last year we beat the Patriots Monday night. No one thought we would do it. Then I think the Patriots go to face the Steelers. If the Patriots lose the next 3 games and the Dolphins win the next 3 games. But again, I know I'm already here in the comments below. It's a fantasy of mine, all right? But me and my dad are both taking the Vikings to beat the Patriots just because we like the way the Vikings offense and defense is playing, and the Patriots are banged up. So, yeah. Then the Sunday night game is the San Diego Chargers at the Steelers. My dad's taking the Chargers. I'm taking the Steelers because the Steelers play completely different at home, even though the Chargers are red hot right now. If you remember in the beginning of the season, I was talking about the Chargers and how no one's talking about them or Phillip Rivers or something. Well, watch out for these Chargers. And then we got the Monday night game. We got the Redskins going to Philly to take on the Eagles. Me and my dad are both taking the Eagles with Alex Smith injured. Colt McCoy is playing okay, but we're both going to take the Eagles on this one just because we like the way they're playing. Even though the Eagles have no secondary, their entire secondary is hurt, me and my dad are going to take the Eagles. We just like the offense and the quarterback position better than the Redskins. Then we get to the final one, the one that you guys probably really want my opinion on, which is the Bills heading down to Miami to face the Dolphins. Me and my dad are obviously both picking the Dolphins, but I honestly think the Dolphins will win this game because they're home. They're 4-1 at home, and they play really different at home. The next 2 games are home, and these next 2 games are incredibly important. If the Dolphins can win these next 2 games to get above 500, you know, you never know with this team. They're hot and they're cold and they're in and they're out and they're yin and they're yang. But me and my dad are taking the Dolphins. I have the preview video coming out Friday. You can hear more in depth on what I think about the Dolphins versus the Bills, what it takes to beat the Bills. But other than that, comment below. Let me know what you guys think of my picks. Let me know your guys' picks. Speaking of comments, it's that time of the video. Let's get to your guys' comment of the day. And this one comes from Kevin, and he asked me, is Adam Gase just a bad play caller, or does he not trust Ryan Tannehill in those situations? It seems like every 3rd and long or crunch time situation, he takes the ball out of Tannehill's hands. I've been thinking about this a lot because I've been listening to, the sports radio. I've been reading a bunch of beat writers and what they have to say. They break down the film. I'm breaking down the film. And when it comes to that play, it's like, I feel like it was a combination of things. I feel like it was Adam Gase not trusting in Ryan Tannehill's arm and his shoulder at that moment because he was missing a few throws up to that moment. I think it also had to do with the type of defense the Colts were showing, and if Kenyon Drake didn't slip, he probably would have got the first down. There was a bunch of different variables. I didn't like the call. It's 3rd and 10. I didn't like when we were up by 7. I didn't like the play call because he threw it 2 times and then ran it on 3rd down. Instead of running it the first 2 times with Gore, you get a minimum, it would be 3rd and short, and then that throw on 3rd down would be different versus 2 incompletes, you know what I'm saying? And I think one of the throws was a fucking bubble screen. I didn't like his play calling in general, but when it came to that one call, it would look completely different if Akeem Spence would have made that sack and then the Dolphins got the ball back and then went to overtime and won, or it would have been different if the outcome of the defense was different, because then it made sense you're on your own 10, you don't want to throw a pick 6 and really end the game. I didn't like his play calling in the 4th quarter. It was very Philbin-esque to me. But I hope that answers your question. I feel like it was a combination. But thank you for the comment. I told you guys I had a surprise for you, and here's my surprise. For Thursday's video, I'm doing a video Thursday. There's your surprise. I'm going to break down and predict what the playoffs are going to look like for the whole NFL. But I'm really going to focus on what the Dolphins need to happen and what the Dolphins need to do to make the playoffs. Again, a lot of you guys are probably not even going to watch it because you're like, there's no point. If they make the playoffs, they're going to get their asses whooped. I understand that. I still want to see them go in the playoffs. I still don't want to see the season end in 5 weeks. So on Thursday, I'm going to predict the entire NFL playoff scenario. So check out for that video. Follow me on Twitter. I tweet out things all the time. I was tweeting out a ton of information. I tweet out a ton of information I find out about plays and film and all that stuff. So follow me on Twitter if you're not there. Also Instagram. Follow my second channel, The Bit Boys. Come Saturday, we're going to be doing Christmas games. So go over there, check it out. I have the wristbands. I'm going to be mailing them out really soon. Some of you guys who have already given me your address a while back, can you do me a huge favor? Can you give it to me again on Twitter or Instagram? I know a few of you guys by name. I'll even hit you up if you comment below. I'll be like, hey, do me a favor, give me your address again. Just because it's been a while and I finally have the stuff to send it out and I want to get all you guys your wristbands. Give this video a thumbs up because, hey, the way that the Sunday panned out, the Dolphins didn't go down or up when it came to the wild card. So the season's not over. I know a lot of you guys think it's over. I kind of think it's over because it's going to be very hard for us to make it. But you'll find out Thursday how hard it really will be to make it. So subscribe so you can see this video that's going to come out tomorrow about how we can make the playoffs and how hard it will be or how easy it will be for us to make the playoffs. So subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I will see you guys tomorrow with my video on how the Dolphins can make the playoffs and what the playoffs are going to look like with the whole NFL. Like usual, stay classy. Fins up.